Hey everyone, welcome to the Hedgehog Zone Live. We'll be starting soon. Here we go! We'll be starting soon. We'll be starting soon. We'll be starting soon. Here we go!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Sun AM Sonic the Hedgehog podcast live show. My name is Luis, and today we're going to be talking about Sonic artwork. So, first, I'd like to actually introduce our guests joining us today. We actually have three guests, first time ever on one of our live shows. But first, let's go to Mexico to Akihiro Digital. Welcome, Akihiro. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, hi. Thank you for having me appear as a guest in this podcast. Nice to meet you and every one of you. I say hi from Mexico. I también hablo español, but I also prefer to speak in English as well.
Awesome. Well, bienvenido al podcast. We're
Thank
really
you.
glad to have you on. Next, let's go with two representatives from Chaos Creators. First, Jovial Knights. Thank you. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to talk.
Awesome. And next, Phoenix. How are you doing?
Hi, thanks for inviting me too. It's awesome to be here as a package deal with Jovi, and it's really cool to meet all of you guys.
Nice to meet you too.
Pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you. And representing the Hedgehog Zone team, we are going to have Axe on shortly. But first, let's go to you, Paul. Welcome.
What's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing? Good to be on another episode of the Sonic Live. Akira, welcome. Phoenix, welcome. Jovian Knights, welcome. Glad to have you on. And just so you guys know, we like to have fun on the show, so don't be afraid to throw in a few jokes. We like to chop it up and laugh. And just let everybody know we're sharing this on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. If you're on, please like us, subscribe to us, and we love chopping it up. Leave a comment, leave a like. And I'll be watching your comments as the show goes on, and I'll make sure you guys get a shout out there. So let's get it started.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. And also, actually, I forgot to mention, we also have Sonic the Hedgehog here join us live. As you all know, he was live with us last week. So welcome, Sonic.
Hello everybody! And I'm not going to be here very long, but I will be back by the end of this, so if anybody wants me to say hi to any more family members or friends, then just go ahead and let these guys know, and I'll come back and say it.
Awesome. Yeah, well,
Thank
that
you.
sounds good. Yeah, thank you. I should have said welcome home, right? I mean, this is your home. But yeah, if anyone has anything you want Sonic to say, or if you want a shout out, whatever, please let us know, and then we'll save the comment there for Sonic to say it towards the end of the live show as well. So
What did
thank
you guys
you
do
for
in my room?
Hey Sonic, man, I'm reading the comments and everybody's already chiming in. See, the Eternal Samuel, he says, Sonic? No way. It's like he doesn't even believe that you're here right now. But
Yeah,
check it out, man.
Well, I am. I just, a little camera shy.
Yeah, you definitely need a little camera shot today.
Yeah.
I see. I
Hey,
see.
look,
I
this is
I
one of
guess you
your.
gotta go. Sorry.
But anyway, Sonic, like I said earlier, I'm gonna keep an eye on the comments and everybody that's commenting and wants a shout out or something like that. I'll save them for you till the end of the show when you come back a little bit later. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, good, Sonic.
Thank you.
All
No
right.
Thank you very much. I'm
All
humbled.
right, Sonic. Well, we'll let you be in the audience then, and if you want to chime in or whatever, then feel free to chime in. Whenever you'd like.
Perfect. This is a good time to leave because Axe is about to show up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't want to be around when he comes in because he's gonna be asking you 1,000 questions like he usually does. So
Oh boy.
yeah.
I know he likes to talk a lot.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's okay.
He
So
sure
do I.
does. That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
See you later,
That's
guys.
why. All right.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.
Gotta go fast.
All right. Well, awesome. That was really cool. So with that being said, I mean, people are already leaving comments, whatnot. But for all you watching right now, if you'd like to leave your comments on anything Sonic related, feel free to leave your comments there. If you'd like to share your own Sonic artwork, please share it there. I'm not quite sure if we can actually show it on the live. I think it might only show text and emojis on when we show comments, but still, please feel free to share them on there and just share with everyone your artwork. And if you want people to follow you, then add your app tags there on social media wherever you're following us right now, and then we'll show the comments on the screen like you just saw. Uh, Also, if you're not following us on social media yet, please give us a follow. You can find us at the Hedgehog Zone on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is called the Hedgehog Zone Podcast. We are working on some exclusive YouTube only content, and so you definitely want to be subscribed to that YouTube channel so you can have that, and also so you can get notifications anytime we go live. That is one platform that easily notifies you each time we go live. And as a reminder, our live show actually does happen every weekend. Right now, I'm calling it Sun AM because I'm in Pacific Coast. It's morning time here, and just like Sat AM had its own Sonic show, well, we have our Sun AM show here. So
So
yeah,
it's afternoon here on the East Coast, so it's sun afternoon here for me. So
It's still the
so
morning in
you
here.
got sun AM on the west, and I'm sun PM here on the east.
yeah, it's
I see.
well, we go both ways, right? AM,
Yeah.
PM, whatever time you want to watch us in.
And we worldwide with it. So wherever time zone you're in, thank you again for joining us. And like I said, leave a comment, and I'm gonna be watching them as we're going along here. So why don't we get it started, Luis? Shall we? Hold on. But by the way, before we get started, one of our Hedgehog Zone podcast members, Pedro, he just commented. He says hello to everyone. Do you see it?
Yep.
Not yet, but hi. Oh, there it is. Hi.
Hi, Pedro.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the podcast.
Good to see him on chopping it up with everybody. So again, I'm keeping an eye on the comments, Luis. So.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so Eternal Samurai wanted to know if Sonic's camera is just broken. It could be. He does run real fast, and he carries that GoPro probably with him, but he probably breaks it. So,
Or maybe
if-
Eggman is onto something. Maybe.
oh
Yeah,
that's
could be.
true.
You never know what that man's up to.
Oh, you never know. He's up to so many things. Shout out to Emmanuel Chirino, our guest from the last live. He says hi, Luis. Hola, Emmanuel. Saludos. Awesome. Well, with that being said, Axe is going to be doing live drawings today too. We're just waiting for him to join in here. But let's go to you actually. Oh, never mind. Actually, you just joined right now. Welcome,
here.
Axe. How's it going? Welcome to Hedgehog Zone.
Hey, this is going to be interesting. This is my first time being part of one of the lives. But then
Yeah,
again, I guess
yeah.
that makes four of us. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you, Akihiro.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Axe.
to meet you, Jovial Knights.
Nice to meet you as well.
And nice to meet you, Phoenix.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Axidus, and today I will be drawing while we talk, I guess.
That's very
I'm really
cool.
excited to see what you do, X. Like,
Me
because
too.
it kind of reminds me of
Hmm.
open mics where you go in and they recite poems, and one person would draw as the person types, like or says their songs, and at the end they'll snap their fingers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to see what you do.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
Axe the Eternal Samurai says, "How's the Tel Armada going?"
Hmm.
The Tails Armada going? Oh, because I have
Might
the
be the fox. Yeah.
I see. I would
Oh,
assume it's
I
doing
get it.
very well.
Yeah,
It's probably going better than the Egg Armada. So,
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And then Katon or Katon wants to know, "Hey, Eternal, how's it going?"
I think he's actually talking to the Eternal Samurai on YouTube. I think they're
Yeah.
having
Oh,
like
they
a
might
back
be
and forth
talking to. Oh, yeah.
conversation.
Okay. I thought someone here went by Eternal. I'm like, did someone here go by Eternal?
No,
No.
it's the one, the
It's the
Eternal
one before.
Samurai.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's.
Also, a shout out to the Eternal Samurai. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Oh, okay. So he clarifies it. Tells Adventure Armada is a fan game that Katon 4525 is working on. Okay. All
Oh,
right.
Okay,
Awesome. Well, hey, well, once that's done, if you guys want to get on a live show and promote the fan game, then hey, by all means, you guys
absolutely.
can
I,
join
I, I
and let
love
us know.
watching fan made stuff in the
same
game
here.
content. So yeah,
Oh yeah, and some fan games are better, I think, than others too. So I mean,
Hmm.
especially, I mean, we've already talked enough of like the Sonic Boom games and Sonic Forces, and a lot of fan games are much better than that, and they should be taking their place. But I'm just saying.
Yeah,
um,
I understand.
but anyways, yeah, let's. If you're ready, Axe, I can start showing you on the screen. If not, we can just go to Akihiro and he can start showing us some of his art.
well, what should you guys prefer to do first?
Uh,
Because show some of his
well,
art. I could draw, then show some more of his art.
Yeah, if you want to get started then with drawing, we'll go back to you after he shows us some of his artwork, and we'll kind of go from there. So we'll give you a head start, and you can have something to share.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, Akihiro, if you want to share your pictures that you have to share with us, let me
Sure.
know whenever you're good, and we'll kind of go from there. And while you do that, Chernal Samurai says, "Yo, happy to see you, Akihiro."
Happy to see you too, buddy.
And Kaden tells us, "Thanks, guys. I'll keep that in mind." So yes, definitely let us know about that. So
Good.
awesome. So yeah, so Akihiro was showing us some of his artwork, and he has a lot there to share with us, and really cool artwork that we're about to see here on the show. So
Yeah. Okay.
we'll get that.
Uh, so for anyone who's first starting to get to know me, hi, I'm Akihiro Digital. I like to do digital art. I speak Spanish and English too, but right now let's get to the chase. Oh, hi, Gabe. Good to see you too. Well, joining
and
us.
Dobie, he's saying hey to you too.
Okay, so let me show you one of the things that I actually did. Hang on, let me just see. Okay, give me a second. So I have made digital art inspired about Sonic. Here's fan creation actually. This is my OC. Like I say, this is my OC. Just kidding. Um, this is my current original character in the style of Sonic. Now, this character doesn't have like a lore or a story or anything. This is just like some sort of Sona, like Sonic Sona, like some people call it, but more like an OC, an avatar, more of sorts. Not usually for something that has a lore or anything. It's just like, oh, here's how I look in the Sonic style. And right now, I wanted to go with the lion theme because this is I really like lions. I like bright colors that represents the sun, and that inspired me to make this design. And I wanted to make something unique, something that looks really striking, but at the same time that feels like you can trust this guy. Is what it says. A true hero Flameo, and all these characteristics. Just very simple stuff. Like he does fire. His main theme is fire. That's why like he's snapping his fingers. Like fire. Yeah. But I also do some fan art of Sonic. Like official characters and whatnot. So let me go over here. These are a few examples. I'm gonna show you one of my favorite Sonic art that I've done. Hang on, it's loading right now.
Okay, cool. And then
So
Kaden, while we
Yeah,
wait, he said, "Wow, that's some good art." He said it looks exactly like you.
yeah,
I
he really
agree.
does. But
He does
I
look
could
like
actually
you.
see you doing a cosplay of exactly that.
And Eternal says that looks so sick,
thank
bro.
you. Yeah, thank you. Now this is one of my other piece of Sonic art. Now this one was actually made for the
Ooh.
Eternal Samurai because he's running a server and we do some sort of monthly themes about more like an art contest. This was my entry for the art contest. So I made something that was themed about autumn, fall, and I decided to do, the trio, the main trio, the Sonic, Tails, and
Hmm.
Knuckles. And I was like, oh, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna do, you know what, a falling pumpkin, an Eggman falling pumpkin.
Mm.
So I decided to, go
Oh.
around, experiment with everything, and I said,
Mm.
I like the idea of making an Eggman pumpkin falling out of the sky or just fell out of, and go with the fountain thing. Though I think this is one of my favorite pieces to do. I really like how it looked. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Eggman should have did that in Sonic Adventure 2 on Pumpkin Hill. You know,
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I
I
think
was
it's
actually.
awesome.
but it looks
Yeah.
really nice. I love the detail and the color scheme. Everything just it flows right together. Flows right into fall season. Gabe says that's an amazing masterpiece, and the
Thank you, Gabe.
Eternal Samurai. You said you drew from me. He said he loved that one.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
I was really my main inspiration for this was actually Sonic Heroes since that game has like very
Mm.
unique level design and very unique themes. And because it looks so wacky, it looks so cartoony, it looks so out of this world. I really was inspired by it, and it was, what, like Leaf. I don't know. There was like a forest theme and hand castle. That was my inspiration to do this, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do something in the style of Sonic Heroes. Hence why there's also Team Sonic right there.
Mhm.
I really like the coloring.
Thank you. I'll
Yeah.
see if I can show more art. Hang on. Let
Oh,
me.
hold on. But before you show more, Jovial Knights and Phoenix, please feel free to chime in. You don't have to just sit and just watch. You can feel free to talk. We love chopping it up. So please give us your reactions too.
Jovi, go nuts. Where are you?
I'm here. I think this is a very lovely piece. I just recently played Sonic Heroes again. I'm like stuck on the Chaos Emerald part, but I love the level design. Like I love everything about that game except sometimes the gameplay for Chaotix makes me a little angry. But
Yeah, I
um
understand.
but I love what you did here. It's very beautiful.
Can I ask
Thank.
what is Eggman's mustache made out of in the pumpkin?
I think it's metal. I mean, this is an artificial pumpkin, and while it doesn't look like mechanical parts, like like the usual things that were made out of metal, no, it's just like he did
Mm.
this so well, like so real, but it's actually artificial. But the mustache is made out of metal.
That's amazing. I can't believe Eggman would grow a pumpkin just for the memes.
Yeah, he's very egocentric. He likes to put his face on everything. So yeah, I was like, let's go with that idea. He loves to put his face on everything. And
Yeah,
now,
that's true.
I
now
see
I'm
a
going to
comment
show.
here on the comments section. David Figueroa, he says, "Draw Jim Carrey's Eggman, dude." But when you
Yes, you know
really
what?
look at it, it does kind of look like Jim Carrey's Eggman.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um,
buddy, I will. You asked me that. I'm gonna do it because I love Jim Carrey in the movie. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. You bet. So I'm gonna show you now. Let's go to the old art because I also saved some old art
mm.
Sonic because I've been doing this for 10 years now. Not just
Nice.
uploading art, but also Sonic art. It has taken me a while. Now, in 2011, that's when I started to upload fan art. Well, I know actually art in general, and I
Mm.
started with Sonic. And back then, Sonic Generation was just brand new. It was announced. People were hyped. It was really good. And I made something like this. Give me a second. This is one of my very first
Oh,
drawings, like how I
Nice.
nice.
started. It's actually a traditional drawing. I just scanned it around that time, and it doesn't look very clear, but you can see, classic Sonic, modern Sonic, the Chaos Emeralds and whatnot. The things that are iconic for Sonic. That's how I started. It doesn't look too detailed. It doesn't look like there's a lot of movement. It was just small beginnings.
That's really awesome. As like your beginnings, and it was like back then. Of course, most of our drawings, right? We were just like on paper. They weren't really digital. It was really hard probably to do it on digital. There weren't that many options available, and all these like Wicoms and all these other tablets and whatnot. And it's that's awesome.
Yeah, actually, it was pretty much too much technology for me because I didn't know what a graphic tablet was. So I had to do what I could back then, and it wasn't until 2015 when I got my own graphics tablet and I decided to get into digital art, like for real. And also, but I had like a few small beginnings of digital art. I'm gonna show you guys also an old drawing. This is one of my popular drawings, but not in the internet because, well, no, it's no longer uploaded in the internet right now. It's kind of not there, but it is seen in one of my YouTube videos. Well, yeah, I have a YouTube, but I don't do any videos anymore. But here's the thing, I did this drawing that was in a like thumbnail in the whole video. This is a Metal
Mm,
Sonic piece.
that's very
Oh,
detailed.
yeah.
Yeah. Now looking back, yes, I could have probably do a little blur and make it, a little more polished. But that back then was like my best piece around 2012, and I did it for a video that pretty much had a low pitch version of the final boss of Sonic Colors. And I think I wanted to redraw this thing because I really like Metal Sonic a lot.
Oh yeah, Metal Sonic is definitely one of the most iconic villains, right? Bosses in the Sonic games, and just his design is so cool, right? I mean, it's you did a good job. This looks like it came from a Sega, like directly. Like this was something that they worked on.
Yeah, but I'm also really glad that I've been able to improve, polish my style because the Sonic art style really inspires me to keep on doing other pieces of art. Anything that is art in general. It says metal to the pedal right there.
Metal to the pedal.
That's a good
That's
one.
funny.
Cool. Now I'm about to show you guys one more piece. This one is unreleased, and I was going to upload it last year because of the Sonic movie, but I was never able to finish it because I don't know, I just didn't have time. But I have a good chunk of it done. It's just a render, like a backgroundless render. Are you guys ready to see it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, this is just a movie Sonic. This is movie Sonic.
Oh,
Just
Okay.
checking his pose,
wow.
running.
Very
I
nicely.
Thank you.
Nice.
Now, I wasn't. I like I said, this was unreleased. It was about to be released around February, March, right around the time the Sonic movie came out. But I was doing the backgrounds and then I just stopped. But I really like the render here because I don't know. I really like the design. Well, the second iteration of Sonic in the movie because I know the first one wasn't that good. I mean, I know what they were trying to do, but the second one just looks better, honestly.
Mm.
I mean, that is the official, though. I mean, if we're talking all iterations from the development, well, that's another story.
Hey, Luis, real quick, I see a
No.
comment from the Eternal Samurai. He asks, "Do we have a Discord server?"
And we don't have one, but we are gonna work to get one. I don't really use Discord too much, but if you guys want a Hedgehog Zone Discord server, then we'll try our best to have a channel there. So
Cool. That would be nice. That would be really nice.
I think that would be pretty dope. I mean, like you say, Luis, I don't use Discord that much either. I only know it because a few former coworkers they use it, and when we play on when we play what's that game Among Us a lot on there.
Mhm.
So
Awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah. If people want a Discord, then we'll get a Discord then. um, but yeah, no. This is awesome, Akihiro. I think this drawing you could easily see it in like a comic book remake of the movie, right? If they decided to
I
do
agree.
like a comic book spin off of the movie, I
Yeah,
could very well see it.
It's pretty much like the movie, except with a few differences because it's kind of like the same plotline. But yeah,
I kind of like it a little better too because the way you shape the eyes,
thank you.
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
it's, I don't know, it just looks really cool. It looks like I could picture this being like a sticker too, just something that you could peel off and stick somewhere.
yeah. Actually, that was the idea at first because back then around February, before the how do I say before the WHO, like the World Health Organization, declared COVID-19 as a global pandemic. Uh, the idea was that I was preparing stuff for an anime convention around my local area. I was preparing stickers, material, maybe commissions. However, well, that happened and it was not possible. So this thing is like in on hold. I could do it again, maybe like much better with a more striking post, but yeah, that was the main idea at first. Do something really good for a sticker because that's what I did in the past. I've also participated in a few conventions to sell stickers, do commissions, and get to know artists.
Wow. Yeah, that's
That's
awesome. Yeah, being
that's
able to
amazing.
make
Yeah.
your own merchandise. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, I feel proud about my merchandise. I mean, that's hopefully if things go well, I could do more art, maybe some Sonic and other stuff, maybe new content, and sell it as a sticker.
Oh yeah.
That'd be really cool. And then you have an original character too,
Yeah.
and if you did a non-Sonic version of that, you could capitalize on that even more, just because it's like, oh, it's your own property and you don't have to worry about anyone stepping in and saying anything.
Yeah. True.
Well, if you wanted to, I don't know. This could be a personal thing.
I agree. And
Hey,
also,
I can hear tell the world where we can find you, follow you, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff.
oh yeah, okay. So I'm currently using three social media plus DeviantArt, but DeviantArt is more like my gallery. But let's go bit by bit. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Akihiro Digital, just like that. And my DeviantArt, well, it's Akihiro DA. That's mainly as a gallery, like high. You can find the high quality images right there. The uncompressed versions of those pictures. But I'm mainly on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Mainly on Twitter because, well, I don't know. I think I'm more active right there. But yeah, Akihiro Digital. That's my social media.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, everyone, go give him a follow if you are not following him yet, and yeah, check out all his artwork on there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So, what do you have next to show us here?
I want to see what the ladies got. If that's okay with you, Luis. I want to see
That's
what
true. Yeah.
Phoenix
Let's
and
take a
Joby
break.
tonight
You're
for
right.
working.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Let's take a break and let's talk to Jovial and Phoenix. I know you guys have an event going on that I wasn't aware of too, and I think all the Sonic community should be aware of this. And if they can make it out there this year, and of course everything is all good and whatnot, and it still goes on, then feel free to plug in your event. And also, if you guys have any artwork that you guys wanted to share, then uh, there's a share button on your screen there that you guys could share your artwork as well. So
Okay, well, I'll kind of open up since I know that you guys didn't know who we were. We only had the chance to host one event, one big event recently in 2018. We were supposed to have one in 2020. It had to be postponed to this year, which we're still in speculation if we're gonna do it or not. We're just like moving forward and just keep chiming along. But I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see.
Tell them what we are and what we do.
Oh, yes, of course. So we're chaos creators. We used to go by the name Sonic Artist Meetup, and what we do is we basically promote fan projects and fan creation because as an artist myself, it was something that was really important to me growing up and going through college. Like Sonic brought out the best of me. Sonic pushed me, and so I wanted to keep encouraging that for the next generation of artists or people that are kind of in the field of like, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. It was supposed to be a way to encourage people to keep practicing their skill and keep honing in. Um, So I formed this group originally just to meet up all together. It was supposed to be something small, and it started to get big. Um, and currently, we're at the point where we are now accepting fan projects, and we're creating fan projects ourselves to promote and get people hyped for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hmm. Cool.
I'm gonna share my screen. So back in 2018, we're gonna go back in time. We actually went to South by Southwest, and we passed out
Ooh.
these little
Oh.
cards to the Sonic panel folks that were sitting in the crowd, and I went on the mic, and this is how I met Phoenix, and she can probably tell the story as well. Phoenix, do you wanna tell the story of how we met?
Sure. So South by Southwest was a really cool event where basically, I don't know, for people who don't know what it is, Sega comes out to the event. It's a big event hosted in Austin, Texas. Sega comes out and they usually like to announce different things and show off different stuff and kind of connect with the community. It's a really good announcement spot. So during the event, there's an audience. There's a bunch of Sonic fans that sit around and watch the show. And I saw this person in this holographic outfit just running around the crowds handing out these flyers, and I was like, what is going on? And so eventually they had like a Q&A section, and Jovi got up on the microphone and completely just took over the panel and said, this is my panel now. Also, I'm hosting a Sonic Artist Meetup.
She had a Captain
And after-
Jovi kind of mode. She said, "Look at me." I'm
No,
the
it was
captain
more
now."
like everyone was really into the shameless plug kind of thing. So it was like shameless plug. We're hosting a whole meetup. Hope this is okay with you guys. And they were basically like, yeah, you can make your own event if you want to.
So Jovi like announced that we were having an event, or that she was having an event, and Aaron Weber was like, that sounds great. Everybody should probably know about that. And I ended up walking up to Jovi later on and I said, hey, I'm gonna work with you. You don't have a choice anymore. I'm going to work with you, and we're gonna have a really fun time. And she was like, okay, that sounds great.
Oh, that's sweet. That's really
Oh,
sweet.
cool.
Wow, that's cool.
So this was some of the badge art that we had. I made for the event. It's basically anyone that submitted their characters to that group. I like put it all on a little card, and everyone had their badges on, and it was just fun to, it's like coming all together. I've now described it as like a high school reunion because how many people you interact in the Sonic community. It's like, yeah, I know you from like years ago, or I know you from like this, like the period of time is like so unique that it feels like a high school. Like there's alumni, and so I really wanted to just put everyone's character that made it to the event that first time on a badge. So I drew them all out, and then this is kind of our website.
Ooh,
This was
nice.
how the event kind of looked. It was
That's so cool.
we kind of had everyone come together. We really wanted to focus on the fact of creation and having fun and meeting new people for our first event. We also had a gallery show, so people could submit artwork to be raffled off for charity. And that was one of my favorite parts, and that's what we plan to do again at the next Chaos Creators, is just kind of show off different artworks and raffle them off for a good cause. We had a pre-event where we all met up and ate, and there's
Oh, love
Phoenix on
that
the
Sonic
mic.
puzzle that you just showed on that last picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
we had different activities and events that we had fun putting together and putting out for the fans.
Cool.
So
Not to cut you off, Jovi, but I want to give a shout out to David Devia. He's commenting on Facebook. He says, "Hey, David, how you doing? Thanks for watching us. Don't forget to share." And Echo on YouTube says, "Jovi, your energy is boundless." And I can tell you, he's right. Just hearing you talk and how animated you are, I can tell you're full of energy, and we love it.
It's really cool. I gotta say something, that the concept of meeting a lot of artists that share something similar like Sonic, that's really something cool. And I would really love to be there. I would have really like to be there back then. because it sounds so cool. Because meeting a lot of people that get they like to share their art and whatnot. That's really something cool. I applaud you guys for that.
Well, actually, what we've been doing recently has been smaller events
Mm-hmm.
themselves. So people have we've set up Discord servers and a stream, and what we do is we pull together showcase pieces and allow people to have a space to come and gather for the event. We've done two. We did a October festival, like a Halloween kind of festival, and a winter festival recently, and both were really successful and a lot of fun. We showed off Belina Studios' entire
Ooh.
Christmas with Sonic.
Oh,
He gave us permission to do that, and it was fun.
Oh,
That's
oh.
sweet. That's real
And
sweet.
we've talked to multiple creators and artists, and what we plan to do, it's secret right now, but we plan to do another one hopefully soon. So I hope that you can join us for that one.
Sure.
It's on the down low so far.
I have
Yeah.
a
So
question.
go ahead. What's up?
How are you guys doing these events currently now that we are, living in a global pandemic? How do you guys do it?
So we've gone all digital basically ever since the pandemic hit. We kind of I come from a business development background, and Jovi comes from like a management marketing background,
Mm-hmm.
and so we kind of put our powers together. And like when we realized the pandemic was hitting, we had to make a huge shift on how our events were functioning. So instead of doing like big in-person events, we put a lot of pressure on building up a Discord channel and then building up social media and having live streams. So for
Mm-hmm.
our October and Winter Festival, they were basically a two-part event. The first part was maybe like a 3 to 4 hour live stream of just showcasing a bunch of stuff where we had hosts and they talked about it. For the Winter Festival, we even had guests come on and talk about their project when we showed it. And that was like one half of it. And then the other half was basically just like a huge after party in Discord. We had a bunch of artists that had their own dedicated Discord channel where they could do commissions for the event. So it was just like a dedicated artist alley, just like the real life events.
Ooh.
And then we also had movie nights, game nights, just big chat rooms where a lot of people would come together, meet new people, and have a really good time. So ever since we shifted to being more like that, we've actually grown a lot, even during the pandemic. And once we live in a herd immunity vaccinated world, hopefully we can do a in-person event, maybe this year, maybe next year.
Who knows?
yeah, and I think with that, even with the pandemic, everything going on, like how you said, you grew your brand virtually, and I think that once this pandemic ends, should it end, I think your platform and your chaos creators, I think it's going to blow up even more because everybody's so tired of being confined and quarantined and everything like that. And yeah, creatives out there have been showing their artwork and doing all those different things like that. But it just hits different when you're in person. Like I'm seeing the pictures, you have a meet
Yeah.
and greets, you're drawing, you're doing other things, going to dinners and doing all that good stuff. And I truly believe that once this pandemic like really gets under control and it's over, you guys are gonna blow up even more.
Have you ever thought about being a server at a restaurant and a horde of Sonic fans come in to sit down and have dinner together? I fear,
Yeah.
I fear for the
No,
servers that
I'll
have
tell
to
you,
serve
I've been a
Oh
server before in a crowded
goodness.
restaurant. Okay, it's crazy, but I would love to be in a room full of Sonic fans and we're chopping it up and everything like that. I might be distracted, what I'm saying. But I work in food service, naturally, so I'm gonna want to make sure that they're well fed and I'm gonna check in on them and everything like that. But if I hear somebody say, "Well, I might try and I'd be like, hey, what I'm saying, Roots is my girl," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like
That's true.
it's worse if it's a crowded crowded like a restaurant, but then it's like, well, if it's a crowded restaurant and they're all talking about something you like and it's like it may be a little bit easier actually.
It's a
Yeah.
I
whole
agree.
different feeling, right? Like once you get a bunch of people together that like the same thing, you've got one of two things happening. Either you've got a bunch of people who come together and recognize shared interests, or you have a cult. It's your choice, honestly.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Well, um, as an artist myself, I would really, really love to, being one of these events, digital or in person, as soon as this pandemic gets more controlled. Uh, because I really like to share my experiences, but also hear other people's experiences with not just art, but well, Sonic in general,
Ooh, excuse me.
because you can see different backgrounds, different stories of experiences, and you learn from them. It's really really interesting. You can also say, hey, your art looks really good, and your art may need some polish, but it's looking good, buddy. Something like that. I really like it, and I I don't know. I'm really interested in this whole chaos creators thing. I want.
I love
I
this chaos cards. Like it
We do
reminds me
so
of
much.
Yu-Gi-Oh a little
Yeah,
bit.
we do a lot of projects, and I think Jovi's really wanting to show off so many projects.
So the reason why I'm like, what's great about our group is that it is just like my energy, it's boundless. Like we come together no matter what distance we're at, and that's the beauty of the Sonic community. Is it's not a local, it doesn't have to always be a local fan convention. It's more than that. It's coming together as creatives, and we're up in I see people in in the server daytime when I'm at work to nighttime when I'm about to fall asleep. So like people are up day like nightly and it's crazy. I just wanted to show off a few projects that we've done just to get you guys hyped, because we do produce stuff and we do keep going forward, and there's always times to jump in and be involved, no matter what your skill is. And I just wanted to show off that we've done a zine, and we plan to do it, and I plan to release the date and prompt on February 14th. But we did a zine 2019
Wow.
That
uh,
was good.
featuring a variety of artists to help promote our event, which sadly didn't happen, but it was still really cool to do. And what we plan to do with this next one is directly send it to Sega. So
Nice.
it's gonna be it's exciting to think about creation and making something physical, which I always highly encourage artists to. If you feel like your art is been limited recently, or like you feel like you just don't know what it looks like, or you're not appreciating it, to make a physical copy of your favorite piece, and you'll suddenly realize how much strength you have as an artist.
Yeah.
Because I felt like my art was never this certain tier that I see other people's at, but once I printed it out, I was like, oh, I really like my work.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really like your work. It looks really, really good.
It looks
Real,
so good.
real quick, you guys. David Figueroa on YouTube says, "Where can I follow these guys? You have links." So, Jovi, tell the world where we can follow you guys.
So you can actually use our website to find all of our links. I'll write it in the chat, or you can write in the chat. Oh no, it's chaoscreatorstx.com. There you can find our Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Discord. I highly recommend following us on Twitter and going to our Discord, because that's where we're active on currently. But yeah, we're growing our YouTube currently, and this is one of our biggest videos, is our lo-fi project that we did. It was a variety of creators came together and created beautiful music. It's so calm. I listen to it at work all the time just because it's a very calm playlist and helps me get through the day. That's one of our biggest ones so far.
It's
Nice.
literally just 1 hour. It's literally just 1 hour straight of Sonic inspired or Sonic remixed lo-fi beats that you can just vibe to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in listening to that kind of lo-fi of Sonic. Really, really, really good. Also, the artwork looks really, really good. I like it.
That was done by Jovi. She did a really good job, and she worked incredibly
Oh.
hard, and she's very humble about it. So I always tell people that she did it, and she's awesome.
Yes.
You're really cool. You really do really good art, Jovi.
I
Nice
believe
job.
I saw the ultimate Chow, by the way, in one of those pictures.
The
Yeah,
ultimate.
yeah.
The ultimate Chow.
Oh yeah.
They need to bring the Chow back.
No, like scroll down again.
Oh,
I
you
miss
mean in
having
this-
the Chow Garden.
This one?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's done by one of the artists in the magazine. I think it's Cutie Cat.
not
that one.
everybody in the Hedgehog Zone even knew about the three ultimate Chow, and I had recently in an episode like told them about it. I was like, yeah, there's three ultimate Chow you can make, right? And I think it was when I was telling him that Chaos was a Chow, and I was like, well, there is a Chow that looks kind of like Chaos too.
Yeah, it's a chaos Chow.
The chaos channel.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
And Canton 4525, he agrees with me on YouTube. He says bring the Chow back. Yes, I want the Chow to come back so bad because I miss in
Yeah.
Sonic Adventures 1 and 2 where they had the Chow Garden. You can bring them
Mhm.
the little animals and you can send them to daycare and everything. That was so cool. So Sega, if you ever get a hold of this live or at Hedgehog on Podcast, please bring the Chow back.
And they should be back for 30th anniversary too, right? I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah,
they're
I
so
mean-
iconic.
We did see Chow in space finally.
That was
That's
a
true.
really nice animation. I really like that they decided to do. Hey, you know what? Shao in space, it does exist. You know, why don't we just make an animated short video? And that was really something cute. I really liked, the homage to Star Wars. I mean, it was obvious, but it was really something cute. Poor
I-
Sonic though, he lost his nose.
I just realized something. If for Chow in Space 3, like if they ever finally get to that point, if you know what I'm saying, uh,
Mhm.
I just realized that they could be fighting against the Wisps.
Shao in Space 4, Episode 1.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's not
And I
take it
wonder
too
how that.
far.
That just made me think. I wonder how the Chow will react to the Sonic colors. You know, the little color. I wonder how they will react to them.
That's a neat concept, but we don't know. I mean, people have different opinions about the Wisps. Mine is that they are really cool. Just it depends on the game, though. I mean, Sonic Colors, okay. Generations, fine. Lost World, okay. Forces, okay.
I think they're cool, but I think that them and the Chow are kind of a rival in the back of everyone's minds, and
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if they did bring back the Chow Garden. If they also give you like a Wisp Garden or something, like
Hmm.
just something old and something new. It's like, well, that would be interesting in my opinion. I'm throwing out ideas here.
Yeah. Also, the art that was shown right now in the screen, I saw a Supersonic versus Dark, well, Perfect Dark Gaia. I really, really love that one. It's really
Oh.
cool.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
That.
by Domestic the Hedgehog.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, he did that person, that artist did an excellent job because I really, really love Sonic Unleashed. I played it like way back when it was well, not actually when it was released, just like a bit later, but I love that game so much, and that piece right there, I love it.
So the concept of this magazine was actually, or this scene was actually chaos. So anything that was related to chaos and just really like, I've always felt like the Sonic series really focused on in the early beginning, like who can own the power of chaos and who is able to hone it. And you have this
Yeah.
progression of story that's like, here's one mega creature, here's another mega creature, and so it's fun seeing them all come together because it's like, yeah, this was really what inspired the early like Sonic drive.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of gone away and it was trying to come back with Infinite, but I feel like a lot of these just really showcase the dynamic that we had in the initial 2000s with Sonic.
Hmm. I mean, you can feel like the impact, the power that the artwork, just shows you, and that's really something cool. Like it has impact a lot.
Hey, Jovi, in the picture where it had Knuckles and Mighty on the bottom, who was that villain? It looks like a metal Knuckles.
I
I
think
think
it's Metal Sonic Kai. I think that's the name.
I think it's from Knuckles Chaotix.
Yeah, it's Knuckles Chaotix for the Sega 32X.
Yeah, I never played Knuckles Chaotix, so I had no idea.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
it looks dope.
yeah, it's the
Yes.
final. It's the final boss of Knuckles Chaotix, and it was somewhat brought back in Sonic Mania, just with a different color. But it was really a nice callback, actually.
All right, thanks for showing me, Jovi.
I'm gonna show off two more projects if that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
okay.
One is our Chaos cards. I haven't been able to work on finishing it all out yet, but we had 4 months where people came together to create basically a card set.
Mm.
Oh, nice.
And this is September was the initial character card, and we had a ton of entries come in, and they're all really cool to look at. People had their characters' abilities put on there, and just really showcase, like, you know, how creative people were in our community about everything. Uh, and Yeah, it's been a really big project. We had almost a whole separate server based on this, and we're in the
Wow.
process of wrapping it up. The people that made it all the way to the end of 4 months are actually receiving a card set themselves that we'll be
Nice.
producing
Oh,
of the
wow.
cards that came out of this project. And it's really, this is, I'm showing just like, I'm just scrolling because there's so many dynamic cards in here. Everyone's style is so, there's so much variety in it. This
Yeah.
really was giving a chance for people that, you know, maybe they want to be on a card set someday to have that set, to have that chance. And that's what I always encourage with Chaos Creators is that chance to show off your work and the chance to be part of a big project. Um, Sometimes you might hear about a project and it's been too late, but we really try to make sure the community knows and is can get it, be part of it while it's live. So December is still being worked on, and once that's all done, we'll upload all of the cards to this website, and you can actually download. We'll have links to download the sets if you want to make them at home or create your own little game out of it. Um,
Cool.
Wow.
Wow.
I love that Apatos one on the bottom. And Echo on YouTube says the Chaos cards are so cool.
I agree.
Yeah. they
Actually, I
really-
like the variety of different art styles that many people have. It's really
Absolutely.
something that I admire. You know, see different kinds of styles of people. You know, like they have something from ranging from something simple to something very more detailed. But the fact that everybody can make their cards, you know, that they can express themselves, is something really admirable.
I
I really
think
like it.
what was unique about our challenges is we started with the character, and then I asked for, you know, what would be their power up, their ability, their, you know, equipment that they would use, um, to where would they be located. And I think it really pushed people to think about their characters a little bit more, just because I had people that would be questioning, like, what would my character do, what should I do, and the chat would chime in and help people get through and understand, like, hey, you should do this with your cards, or like you should, you know, try these things out, and people would share and get feedback, and it was a very like loving environment, as I felt, because everyone was getting help, and people actually came forth and said, like, during this whole 4 month process I've improved so much, not only just on my characters but on my art, and I felt really like happy, because that's, you know, the point of Chaos Creators. You feel like you show some sort of like growth in your skill. So yes, I'm really happy from this project. I think the scenery ones are like some of my favorite, because people just go all out and this background stuff that I feel
Nice.
I feel like
That's
people
cool.
are scared or intimidated by. But we even have like some people that decided to do pixel art for fun. Like,
Ooh.
it's
Oh, I
just
Awesome.
so
love
That's
that.
I
cute.
cool.
love that.
Yeah. So yeah, check it out on our website. I could go all day on this, but I know that we don't have a ton of time. The
Yeah.
last project that I wanted to show off is our Gotta Get Fit, and I'm gonna see if I can switch.
Oh, that's cool.
Gotta get fit.
Gotta get fit.
Yes,
Wow.
it's still in the process of being produced, so I'm trying to see if I can switch my
Yeah.
screen. Okay,
It should let you do application when you share screen too. So.
share
Right?
screen, application window. Yeah, this is still being worked on. Uh, Phoenix, do you want to say anything about Gotta Get Fit?
Sure. Do you want me to give like the general spiel of like what it is?
Yeah, I
Okay,
can just kind
cool.
of scroll.
So, Gotta Get Fit is kind of like the evolution of the Lo-Fi collab. So, the Lo-Fi collab was basically bringing together a bunch of musical composers and putting it on top of like one big piece of art that Jovi worked on. The natural evolution of that was to integrate a little bit more artwork and integrate a little bit more people from different types of content creation. So instead of just doing music people and one artist, we added another artist, and instead of just being like a kind of like a looping image, Now we're doing a much more complex set of animations, as you can see on the stream. This is basically a project where if you want to get fit and you want to work out like Sonic, we have a video for you. And it's not even just like half baked on like the music and workout side. We actually went and collaborated with fitness enthusiasts that are in the community, as well as an Olympic tier track runner who knows running. And we collaborated on building a workout plan of like what would Sonic actually do in a workout to make him as fast as he does. So the workout takes you through those actions. There's really cool animations that help show you what they are. And then we have an awesome collection of like, instead of lo-fi music, really high energy music. And that will play while you work out to kind of keep you pumped up, because we know that Sonic music gets you pumped up.
Yeah, I could work out with Sonic music to Radical Highway from Sonic Adventure 1.
Or Green Forest in Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
That one is like, we gotta go.
Real quick, Gabe on YouTube says, are there still going to be more Chaos cards in the future? He wanted to participate, but he needed more time. So are there going to be more Chaos cards in the future?
So as of currently, we don't know the correct state to put Chaos cards in, but we really do want to do another set. It's mostly that if we were to do it again, we want a better setup for people participating, since it was kind of a challenge to help remind people about each month, and we're trying to figure out what would be the best way to do that without eating too much of other people's time. So currently we don't have a date set, but we're working on figuring out something. There are going to be other ways.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually interested in, taking part of the Chaos creators, contributing to the community. So yeah, I will. That sounds really cool.
Join our Discord server. We have calls every day. You can get to know some of the people in there. You can. We have a whole category in our Discord channel that's literally designed for collaboration, discussion, and project recruitment. So if you have a project and you want to bring in new people to help you work on it, musical composers, developers, artists, 3D modelers, you name it, voice actors, you just go in there and talk about your project a little bit. There's a template for recruiting people, and just see what you can do. See what kind of projects you can get going. That's literally everything we're trying to do. We're just trying to make it so that projects happen. More stuff gets made. That's literally the goal.
Thank you. And as for the gotta get fit thing, I really like how it's going. The concept of doing exercise, how Sonic would do it. And also, I heard that you guys are doing it more professionally, as in hiring someone that knows about fitness, about running, and about the design, the actual design of these kinds of videos. I like the details of, stage 3, stage 2, stage 1. Sonic, actually doing some animations about, like push-ups or running, jogging, and whatnot. Since I'm also a graphic designer, I could say this looks really well designed and looks really well made.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, Luis, check out this comment on YouTube from Mark _.
Mark underscore says, let's see, Akihiro from Wisconsin. Okay, he says he doesn't understand anything and he wants help from Akihiro to, and then he tells him to take care and God bless.
Yeah, he says he doesn't understanding anything, but anyways, buddy, can I speak in Spanish?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Ok, Mark, si estás viendo esto, gracias por unirte, en serio. Sé que estamos hablando mucho en inglés, pero aún así, no te preocupes, carnal. Yo agradezco mucho que quieras unirte aquí al live, y aún así también cuídate mucho y gracias por venir. Now, I'm in English mode now. There we go.
Jovial, gotta ask, how long did it take for you to get to this point on the video, and what's the timeline for this to be available?
So it's been, we started the music part back in October. We got all of our submissions then. Then it was terms of me balancing the art pieces, and I worked with Cutie Cat on line art, so she helped me do all the line art, and I put all the short piece animations and coloring together and the composition together. I do a lot of the composing right now for Chaos Creators just because we're so new. Hopefully in the future more fans will be able to jump up and show off their skills. But it's just because we're starting off, and so I've had to balance this with Chaos cards at the moment, and this one I mostly wrapped up in January till we came up to the conclusion that we needed a voice actor, and so we actually got a voice actor, and we're currently composing that to be part of this video. So our goal is February. That's our goal.
We
Oh.
hosted a really fun audition on Twitter, advertising that we were just looking for a Sonic the Hedgehog voice actor. Funny enough, Ryan Drummond commented on it and wished everybody luck. So, like, to all the people that did end up auditioning, Ryan Drummond was wishing you luck. We
Dude,
did.
that's really awesome.
It was
That is
really
really
cool to
awesome.
see Ryan interact with us. It was really cool. We had about 60 people audition, and it was a doozy. I was the one that handled kind of all the voice acting side of things. We did end up picking somebody, and we're also looking to kind of expand in the direction of voice actors and maybe like comic dubs and things like that. So for anybody that is interested and likes voice acting, definitely another reason to check out Chaos Creators.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I think I should jump on because people have told me around me that I have such a good voice quality that I should be on the radio or something like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I've wanted to do some voice acting before. I just haven't had the avenue to get into it. So I'll definitely check you guys out to see if I can jump on some voice action projects with you guys.
He's not
If
lying.
you have me, of course.
I've told him that too.
Yeah.
Everybody should join and have a good time. Like if you think that you'd have a fun time voice acting, don't let just our projects gatekeep you. Look for other projects, look at other communities. There's tons of projects that recruit on different voice acting websites. If there's anything that I learned working with Jovi is that no matter like what skill you offer or bring to the table, somebody is interested in working with you and having a fun time. And I'm sure that's how you guys even started the podcast here. You probably looked to each other and said, this would be such a fun time. Let's do it. And you worked together and made something happen.
Oh yeah, we're worldwide here on the Hedgehog Zone. Luis, tell them about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. We're going worldwide. Actually, this podcast, for all of you who haven't heard the story yet on our podcast, I actually reached out on a couple of Sonic groups on Facebook because I'm a podcaster myself. I do other podcasts, and I thought, why not a Sonic one, right? I'm already a Sonic fan. Let's also do one. And had about 30, 40 people reach out. For everyone who didn't make it, I'm sorry. It was super tough. I couldn't take 30, 40 people to be on the team right away. Like that just wouldn't be able to be a possibility on the podcast. And worked out well. The people that have joined have really contributed a lot. And right here, you guys are only seeing 2 people in Axe and Paul, but we do have 6, 7 others that are really great contributors, and they join on the live whenever they're able to and whatnot. But yeah, it's how it all came through. And look, we're here now doing a live show in addition to the podcast. So working out good for us.
We should
Yeah.
add somebody.
Yeah,
to,
Junko Franco on YouTube saying hello, Akihiro. You got fans on YouTube, man. Everybody loves you.
Thank you. Actually, Junko is actually my girlfriend.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I can say I love you too, so much.
My girlfriend was also in the chat, so I get you. I feel you.
Uh,
and
David-
Valentine's Day is coming up next week. So
David says, "I love
bet
you
all
more."
You guys are gonna come up with some great fan art projects for Valentine's Day.
yeah, give me a second, David. I love you too, bro. Don't forget it. And yeah, Valentine's. Yeah, I agree. Actually, next month is Valentine's, so this should be interesting.
Itchy Moose says, "What an epic
No.
fella!"
Yeah, thank you, Ichimus. Thank you.
and of course, we can't forget about Shalise. She said, "I'm down here, guys." Welcome,
Yeah,
Shalise.
she's a part of the Hedgehog Zone too. She's on YouTube watching us. Hey, girl, we
Aw.
miss you. We wish you could have came on with us.
Yeah. But hope everything's going good at work, Shalise. I know it got pretty busy, so thank you there. I know Axe in the background has been actually doing some artwork, actually, as we mentioned it before. And from what I look, he's actually done some progress, right, Axe? You want to talk more about what you have going on?
Uh, uh,
Ooh,
sure, why not?
that looks nice. I like it.
Oh, thank you. Um, so this is a picture I have drawn before. I call it a Legends or Sonic Legends picture because
Mm-hmm.
I did have a project idea in my head where it's like, what if we did like an animated series that covered the games themselves? But then, of course, there's still some holes that you would have to fill in, and one of them was okay. So it's my own fan made headcanon here of when they first meet. Like, how did he actually get the name Eggman, and why does Sonic call him that?
Oh
Because
yeah.
I think that he was called Eggman even before Sonic Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, then how did Knuckles know to call him Eggman? He wasn't there when Sonic said it. So in my head canon, it was that he actually came up with the name himself, thinking it's all cool and whatnot with his cape and his weird pajamas looking stuff going on, and
Extreme close up. What? Just
yeah,
kidding.
and then so Sonic, I just figured that maybe they're like at a chicken coop or something in the middle of their fight. He beats them and he's like, oh, now I get it because you look like an egg, and he's like, that's not why. It's because I'm a genius superhero. I'm no ordinary egghead. I'm a full blown Eggman, and that's his reasoning. And I feel like it would make sense. And so I had drawn this before and on paper, and my wife wanted me to draw this for the live, so I'm drawing it now, and there you go. That's the story behind that.
That's cool.
It
I,
looks
I
really well done, Ax. I love the detail.
I love the art style, and how Sonic looks. It looks like some sort of combination of classic Sonic with a bit of modern Sonic. Because of the way it's drawn. Like a merge between the two styles. But Eggman looks really funny. That's what I like. The whole thing is really funny. I like it.
So yeah, and that was actually part of the point. So I'm glad you noticed that, because with the Legends of Sonic, if in my head, if I were to have it portray the storyline, then the whole classic modern design thing wouldn't really work because that's a commercial thing. So I'm like,
Hmm.
well, how would he have to look consistent throughout the timeline? I would have to come up with like a look that kind of sort of fits the classic era as well as the modern. With Eggman, there's a little bit of leeway because he just changes his clothes, and
Yeah.
so eventually I'll just give him like the goggles and stuff, and he would have the clothes. I actually drew a side by side picture of them where I drew them exactly the same, but just with the different outfits. So it's I don't know. So and then you guys are talking about kickstarting projects for fans and stuff, and I was like, that sounds pretty interesting. I might look into that.
Hmm.
So that's cool.
Hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny you added some chickens on the drawing as well.
Well, yeah, because that's where Sonic. That's just how like Sonic finds the egg. He's looking at the egg while looking at Eggman. He's like
I can
comparing.
see the chickens right there.
He's just like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
and that's something I'll bet is like Sonic destroys a robot and then a chicken pops out, sees Eggman, lays an egg, and Sonic's like, oh, this is who you are because you look like this, right? Just my imagination.
I just remember there was like this fan animation. Well, like a compilation of fan animations. You guys are probably familiar with Sonic Paradox and their Sonic shorts.
they're
Oh,
not. They're not. I had to tell them about it.
well,
Yeah.
now we know.
Well, I
Yeah, now
remember
I
there was
definitely
like
know.
a small segment, well, a short animation that there was, I think, either Eggman or uh, Shadow pointing out at Chris Thorndike, from Sonic X. It was like a little chicken, and the line goes like, "It's a giant chicken, I tell you, a giant chicken."
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh boy. Or the one that says, "Look, it's a giant talking egg," and it's literally
Giant
Eggman
egg.
as an
Yeah,
egg.
it was pretty funny. I'm actually gonna since there's a lot of things that some not everybody, but some of the people in the Hedgehog Zone podcast, some people know certain things that others don't. And I had decided to create like a segment where we look at fan creations that maybe they don't know about. Like recently, I showed them Nazo Unleashed because
Ooh.
they hadn't seen Paul and Luis specifically hadn't seen it before until
Really?
recently. Yeah, and so
Yeah,
I called it the
Yeah.
Sonic fan checklist, and so it's basically the things that like a lot of the Sonic fans know about. It's like, well, you wanna watch these things because it's something a lot of people know about, and then you're gonna be in on the loop, you know.
The Sonic bucket list, not from the movie. The Sonic bucket list.
I like that. That's actually a great show. That's actually a great title.
Yeah,
For me, Axe, I know I don't know a lot about like Sonic fan art and all that. I didn't realize about Nezzo Unleashed, but for me, I live a simple life. I like to keep things simple. Like when it comes to Sonic, I just play the games. I'll buy like merchandise like every so often. I'm not like try not to go fully all in, on everything. Like if I could, I mostly would, but now that I'm a part of this podcast and I'm seeing,
You
all
will.
these different arts and everything like that. But I'm getting there one day, but I gotta make sure I'm taking care of myself.
that's good. That's actually good. You're taking it easy,
And
going from something simple,
you
right?
know what
Yeah,
though?
I like to keep it simple, man. I like to play the games. I like listen. I'm more of a music buff, so I like listening to the music. Um, Jovi, you showed the playlist earlier. I want to check that out because I love live music. I love jazz. Uh, so I'm definitely gonna get into that. So yeah, and I'm really anxious to see what they do game wise for the 30th coming up. So
Me too.
I'm sitting all ready for that.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
hoping for Crush 40 to come back for this game, please.
they need to. They can't not come back, right? 30th anniversary, so iconic band.
I mean, they did a
Come on.
great job in Team Sonic Racing in several tracks, and Jun Sonoe, mm, my goodness. But for an official game, we need them back.
Yeah, and you know what, Paul? It's fine. Like to me, when Sonic fans don't know something about that a lot of other fans might, or even if it's not something that's common knowledge, even if it's like a rare knowledge, Sonic fans really like to share information.
Hmm.
So like
Mhm.
when you don't know something, it's like, well then let me tell you about this. So it's an
So,
opportunity.
while we're on the subject of the 30th, Luis, if you don't mind, I want to ask Jovi and Phoenix here. What are your predictions for the 30th?
They're gonna announce something.
I can't make an announcement. I'm just kidding.
I have no idea. We've had leak reports. We've had theories between different people. There's tons of different possibilities. It could be a collection title. It could be a remake title. It could be a completely brand new title that's a continuation of a certain gameplay style that a lot of people really seem to like. Um, what I do hope they do is I hope they do something to recognize Sonic's 30th, because I think that's a big landmark for a lot of the people that have been with Sonic since they can remember.
Yeah,
As long as they do something to honor that, I'll be pretty happy.
I agree.
Yeah.
And my thoughts about it is that for this 30th anniversary, I remember back 2011. 2011 was the best year for Sonic. I'm not gonna lie. Back then, I was just barely starting to be a fan of Sonic. Uh, but I was seeing all the hype about Sonic Generations and everything about the 20th anniversary. There was like nonstop things about Sonic, and it was really hype. And all the way to the release of Sonic Generations, I was like, man, this does celebrate the entire history of the Blue Blur. But this 30th anniversary, I mean, no, I mean, it's just something so big. They have to do something really special, like in everything, like the gameplay, the characters that they're gonna be in, the story, somewhat, and every department has to be so good for this next title. That I just, as long as the game is fun, that's what really matters to me. The game has to be fun, has to be special. That gives you a unique moment, like a truck chasing you from the city, or an island about to explode and you have to hurry up, or heck, even in the infamous title, it has some like memorable set pieces, anything like that that you can say, wow, this is great. I like it.
I predict that it's not going to be as great as we hope it will be, but it will be great, and that they're going to do some things that we would not expect them to do just because right now people don't have as much faith in them. So
Yeah.
I think they will do some things that we didn't expect them to do. Like, wow, they actually did that. we weren't expecting them to do that. Like right now, supposedly Ryan Drummond's agent has reached out to Sega
Yeah.
about possibly reprising the role, and it's like, well, okay, so it's a possibility, and if they do it, that would be a nice surprise. But for
Yeah.
me, at the moment, I'm not sure because the last time they talked to him about reprising the role, they didn't want to pay him right, and so hopefully that goes well. And if it goes well, then for me, there's the surprise. You know, like, oh my gosh, Ryan Drummond is back.
Yeah,
That
we
would
don't know for sure. But
Jovi, how do you feel?
I really was excited to do like because they did an in-person event for the 25th, and I don't think it's gonna happen for the 30th because of COVID. But I just really want to be part of the whole experience. I just love the new announcements for things. I personally didn't ever used to have a current game system. I just had the previous ones. Um, so I never got to like fully experience like the release of a new game until recently. I'm excited when there is a new game that drops because I do have a Switch finally. I
nice.
really want to yeah, I just really want to be part of that part of the experience. But I always like hearing the speculation and the hype. It's I've kind of expressed it as, this era of dropping new stuff. There's like this so much hype, like the Sonic boom. Like I don't even remember. Like there's so many mixed emotions, but at the same time, there's so much fan content made. Just like the Sonic movie, everyone just really comes together all of a sudden, and there's content everywhere. Memes, art, music, all these theories. I am like absorbing it. So I don't care what really happens. I just really like watching people experiment and have fun and kind of show off what they would do with the series if they had the chance. Because
Yeah.
as an artist myself, I kind of saw it this way. You might not be able to work with the company that you want to work with, but like having the chance to work on Chaos Courier stuff just gives me that like boost of like this is how I would show my love. This is and like giving me an outlet to show my love just makes me like happy.
Nice. That is something really good that you're happy about this project that you're doing in the, for everybody that is a fan of Sonic and that likes to do any kind of content, whether it be music, art, whatever. That's something really good. I applaud you guys for doing that. It's something that really is interesting and really exciting.
I want a party. I want a party real badly, but I don't think we're gonna get a party.
Yeah,
no,
well, that will have to
Yeah.
wait.
If we're gonna get a party, it'll be all virtual.
Yeah, old virtual party.
I
Yeah.
think the Sonic 25th anniversary party is the first time I ever went to anything that was like a convention of any sort, and
That's awesome.
it was a crazy experience for me because being a lifelong Sonic fan, it was just kind of like there's sometimes there's forces in life that don't really care about the things that you care about, and they try to kind of like say like, well, I mean, we got to do something else. It's like for me, it was like this is something that I'm not going to let anybody stop me from doing right now because I've never been to a convention. It's Sonic related. I for me, it's kind of personal, so I'm definitely going. And then I went, and it was crazy. Just seeing Crush 40 and the voice actors and so many Sonic fans in person. I've never had that experience before. It was weird. It's almost like in those movies where there's like the last of your kind of feel, and then all of a sudden you like see like a whole civilization of people just like you, and I'm like, whoa, it's a little trippy.
Hmm.
That's really awesome. I bet I've seen the. I remember when it was the 25th anniversary event. I watched it on online. I know it was really it was an experience, all right. It was just not well handled, but when it was polished, you know what? Okay, it's fine. But back then, when it was like the first hour and whatnot, there were like technical hiccups, and I was like, oh boy. But the event itself, aside from the technical hiccups, it was really good. It was really exciting. How do you feel? How did you feel when they announced Sonic Mania and Forces back then?
Well, it was crazy, especially I started watching people's reactions to it online, right, to see like what was their experience watching as the live stream, and people were excited, but it's not the same when you were there in person and people saw Mania. People were screaming and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just like when they're around you reacting this way, it's like when you go to a movie in the theaters versus watching it at home. The vibe of the atmosphere affects you. You know,
Yeah.
like
Just like when. Oh, sorry.
Forces, for example, everyone was excited to see that at first. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We all know how that turned out.
but
Forces is not a bad game, y'all.
no, no,
It's
but it's not.
just.
People
It's
give
okay.
Sonic Forces a lot of fun. It's not that bad.
No,
Come
it's
on,
not. I
people.
agree with you. I had fun the first time playing it, but the problem is just that it was disappointing. We expected more, and
Mhm.
but is that what you were gonna say? By the way, before I accidentally cut you off.
No, I was not really, but Paul's comment. Sonic Forces isn't really a bad game. It was just okay at best. It tried to do something, but it didn't deliver. That's the problem with the game. It just there are a few moments where you could see there was something going on, but before you know it, it's all gone. It's over. It's just
Mhm.
it didn't go the extra mile. It didn't do as much greatness or epicness as the other anniversary titles. That I think that's the main issue. But the game as a whole, it's fine.
Yeah, because I only say that because I'm a part of the Sonic the Hedgehog group, and I see a lot of people talk about how bad Forces was and everything. Like for me,
Hmm.
I appreciate it, and it's just like you said.
Mhm.
I define it as a game of missed potential.
Hmm.
Good for what it
Truly.
was, but it could have done better for what it was trying to do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I think what I love the most is the fact that it's like you are the hero along with Sonic the Hedgehog. You create your own character. I think that's the thing that really made people want to get Forces in the first place, because you could have your own hero and you're working with Sonic the Hedgehog. But I think what they should have done was you have your guy, you create your own hero, but have you as the hero be the main participant, right? Still a Sonic game, because in the very beginning of the game, Sonic's defeated and he gets kidnapped. And now, with whoever's left here, you see, you're recruited. It's like now you have to save Sonic, and you do, but then you're still working with as Sonic. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just think that it could have gone better if you as the hero were just the hero, and you could have had your own super form, get the 7 chaos forms, do all that stuff. You could have fought Infinite, on your own. You know what I'm saying? And at the very end of the game, Sonic's like, "Hey, I'm back." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's what I think they should have done with it. But it was good for what it was, though.
Yeah. I mean, it got the job done. It was okay. It did what it could, but still, unlike compared to other anniversary titles, it's kind of weak.
Yeah, like it's this is weird to compare it to, but like if hypothetically, let's say Unleashed was the game that came out, I think it would have fit more as an anniversary title than Forces did, just because of the execution was.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I agree.
That's a really good question. What makes a game a good anniversary title to you guys?
That
Well,
is a very good question.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a really good question.
I
Well,
mean, if I have to censor
If you want to
Sonic
rank it,
Generations, it would have to be something like Sonic Generations. That
I was
was
just about to
for
say
its
that.
time.
Sonic
Yeah.
Generations is a perfect anniversary title because if you're seasoned Sonic fans, like most people are, like grew up in the '90s, like Sonic 2 was my very first game. Uh, for any seasoned fan, Sonic Generations is a perfect anniversary gift, but like an anniversary title. But I do like what you said, Ax, about Sonic Unleashed. It could pseudo be a good anniversary title as like yeah, because when you look at the marketing and how it was done, nobody imagined Sonic as a werewolf, like so to speak, or a werehog. As
Yeah,
like,
Warhog.
nobody thought of that. And then, but when you compare it to when they to how they marketed Sonic Adventure 2, where you had Shadow as an evil Sonic, you're like, whoa, hold up. You know what I'm saying? So I think it just all fits into like how they market. If
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying.
yes,
Yeah, actually, I agree with that because how you approach to somebody, how people perceive your product, that's also very important. You have to have something that can hook people into getting to buy your product. Like you said, for example, a shadow, you don't expect a evil Sonic or evil Sonic in quotes. So they say, you know what? I'm interested. I want to buy this game. Uh, it could be anything that is bonkers and people will still buy it. Anything, something unique, something special, even if it sounds very crazy. I think that's what it needs. We need for the next anniversary title.
I
And
think.
this might sound really controversial. Well, sort of.
Uh,
No, this is nothing crazy. Don't worry. Because when I look back at the development of Sonic 06, you can see that there was a lot of things going on that they were trying to make like the anniversary title. I mean, they could take no the concepts, not the entire game, because we all know how it turned out. We don't need to repeat ourselves. But um, what I was trying to do is like go back, what made Sonic special, like the adventure formula, having like this. I remember the generations did this, having all the best Sonic tracks, unlockable, so you could listen to it anytime. But having to give a good tribute to the entire series, as a whole, like bringing the best of Sonic and not just sticking to everything all at once. Just the best as long as it's fun. Whether it be something modern, something adventure, anything, just as long as you could see, this feels like an evolution of Sonic in some way.
That's a fair assessment.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, that's
Did
a
you ask?
no, that's a friend of mine. I drew him
oh
with
okay.
Shadow. It
No,
was a
I was saying, is
computer
this you? Was
drawing.
like, did you? Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did
yeah.
this?
I drew it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, Axe. I was like, hey, you don't claim to be a Shadow fan, but we're seeing.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
thinking it was
no.
you in Shadow.
I'm a Shadow fan. I'm just not a Shadow fan the way Houston is a Knuckles fan.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Which,
I
by the
really
way, we
wish
haven't
Houston
talked
was on
about
this
him.
one.
Yeah.
Like I will defend Shadow, Knuckles, Tails, Sonic, and Eggman. So and here's Cream and her family. But
That was cute.
and in
Oh.
regards to what you were saying about the anniversary thing, I think the way I would see it is that like it's almost like a TV series with a movie, or like a finale. I think that the anniversary titles should be like a finale of a season where you
Yeah,
you advertise it not as just a game, but almost like an event.
like
So
Hmm.
it's a big deal is what it is. So it's either a game that it's a big deal, it has like a dramatic story, a lot of like cool stuff happening that you don't usually get to see happen, or it's an event that, well, I mean, I guess Generations was like that too. Even with the lack of story, it was still an event because it was like, oh, they went through all the things from their past, and then he met classic Sonic, and it's a big deal. I
yeah,
think Forces and '06 could have been a big deal, if they were executed better in different ways, of course. And
yeah.
what was the fifth anniversary game? Like Sonic.
I
Uh,
think there wasn't any. If we are gonna count it, maybe just 3D Blast, but I don't think there was an anniversary title. It was just a Sonic title that was released. In the meantime, they were developing an actual 3D title.
Extreme, I think.
Extreme,
Yeah,
yeah. I think
yeah.
Extreme
Ax,
was gonna be.
I somewhat agree with you, Ax, but I will say Sonic Forces had a better turnout than Sonic '06 because
No,
see,
no, it did.
Sonic '06 had a lot of hype, but it flopped.
Yeah, it
Okay,
had a lot of great
whereas Sonic
ideas.
Forces was a better game, and I think it performed better, but still subpar to a seasoned Sonic.
Yeah, for me, what I would compare is that Sonic '06, I think, had a better concept and more a better content there, but it was on a technical level they didn't finish it, and so it flopped. Where Sonic
Yeah,
Forces was technically better, and it was a more full game. It could be more enjoyed and played, and but the thing is, the concept was good, but the execution of the concept wasn't. It didn't have as much emphasis or enthusiasm behind it. It didn't feel like where like Infinite. I felt like they could have done a lot more, made them connected to the Avatar characters somehow. They could have Chaos showed him more, showed more of the forms like we talked about before. There were
Hmm.
so many things that like Sonic Forces gives fans ideas, and the thing is like these ideas should be in the game, but at the very least, if it gives you ideas, that's cool too. Because like I told you guys before, the Sonic universe is not just the official universe anymore, but there's a whole fan universe out there of fan content and that's out there that you can enjoy as well. And
Hmm.
so I'm like, when people say Sonic's dead, I'm like, have you like looked up Sonic on the internet on the safe zone, of course, but but I'm like, yeah, Sonic is not dead. It's the energy's there.
All right, real quick. Corey Morrow on YouTube says Sonic Jam for Sonic Fifth. I think he meant. I think he was trying to say, do we want to see like a Sonic Jam for the Sonic 30th? Um,
No,
how do you
no,
guys feel
No,
about
I
that?
think he's asking about if that title counted as an
The
anniversary
Sonic
title.
Fifth.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Maybe,
because you did
maybe.
ask
Yeah,
it
yeah.
for that. Hmm.
Let's see.
I mean, after all, it was a compilation and one of the first steps for Sonic Adventure, actually. But yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, just maybe.
And I think Sonic was so early on back then that they were still trying to hope that the hype would last forever, right? Or essentially, and so I think that's why they didn't really think of doing a fifth, right? They were still so early on that they felt like the fan base was still growing and whatnot. So that's maybe why there maybe wasn't anything official for the fifth too as well.
Hmm.
But yeah, he
Not
said, yeah,
until
sorry, I was busy working on a video.
that's cool.
No worries. Yeah. Uh, so let's see here, Axe. You have something new that you're working on, Axe? Or is that just zoomed in?
It's new.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
cool,
cool.
cool.
Awesome. Well, we'll let you kind of like continue on that too. Well, actually, does anyone have a guess on what he's drawing? Like as he
I'm
goes?
guessing it looks like Knuckles,
It
sort
does,
of.
huh? Like the front. I would also guess Knuckles.
Yeah, I think it is Knuckles. Is it?
Huh?
Yeah,
Certainly looks like it to me.
it looks like some sort of angry Knuckles, somewhat.
Oh, it does look like a.
Yeah, it is Knuckles. Knuckles the Echidna.
Yeah, you could see the spike on the bottom there.
Knock knock, it's Knuckles.
Oh no.
Gotta
Houston,
represent.
if you see this, your boy here, is giving you
Represent.
a little something to look at. Because uh, Jovi and Phoenix and Akihiro on the Hedgehog Zone, we have a guy. His name's Houston. He's like the die-hard Knuckles fan of the group among
Ooh.
us. He's Knuckles everything. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Nice. That's really, it's just that Knuckles is a really great character, and I'm glad that he's popular these days. Even as a meme, he's very popular. But Knuckles is like a great character still. If you look at his backstory and his personality and everything about the character, I mean, it's just he's just enjoyable. He's just enjoyable. Being also relatable since there are some people that are like him, well, that can identify with him, like being someone that's introverted, that doesn't talk with many people, and that the outside world is like another thing, but that can still can still make friends, can still uh, still hang out with people and open to everyone. That's what I like about Knuckles, especially in Sonic 3 and Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, is just that you can see his development, especially in Sonic Adventure, about his past, how his ancestors were, years ago, and what happened, to Angel Island.
Which we've talked about on the podcast before too. That Knuckles, should have his own game. I know there's Knuckles Chaotix out there, but we were
Yeah.
thinking let's have one where we really get to know more about his past and as, more as Knuckles as the protagonist, and not so much really Sonic, right? And just so we get to know more about his backstory and whatnot. And so
I
we'll
think Sonic
see.
Adventure did that already. It gave us like an in-depth
No, no, no.
look.
The thing mean about Knuckles' past specifically, like
Oh, I see.
not just his tribe, but like him.
Okay. It's interesting because the sequel to the Sonic movie, they say that Knuckles will be in the movie, so maybe we'll see like a take on Knuckles' past. It will be really interesting to see, how he is, how he's, why is he with the, how is he with the Knuckles tribe, Knuckles clan? You know, if he's older, younger, like his point of view of what happened that day that Sonic was, taken to other worlds.
Yeah. What
Right.
about Jovial and Phoenix? What are your thoughts on Knuckles and potentially having a Knuckles only game or Knuckles as a protagonist, I should say?
I feel like there's so many other characters that have like a good lineup to get their own like maybe like further games. Like I think it'd be really cool if we got a silver game.
Yes.
Mainly
I agree.
because it just hasn't really been used. Like we have a Tails game from way back when. We have a Knuckles themed game. We've had a Shadow themed game, and I think it's pretty much time that if we're gonna give like somebody else attention, it would make sense if like one of the other hedgehogs got attention. That just seems like the more likely thing they would do. Um, but who knows?
Even Big got a game.
Yeah.
Unofficial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unofficial, but kind of encouraged by the official Sonic team. Well, Sonic social media actually.
And that's how it should be, honestly. So,
Yeah, that's what I liked about the Sonic social media is that it encourages any fan to keep doing what they're doing, and they like for example they reanimated a specific episode of Sonic X, and they said what, congrats, they at first they said okay, I gotta go do the NCA. Just kidding, it looks great. I'm like, I like that approach when social media from a character or a company approaches fans and they interact. That's really something sweet. It's really sweet when a community is being acknowledged by the official higher ups at Sega, for example.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Sonic Forces did too, right? With the letting people create their own character, they clearly were listening. They clearly were seeing all the fan arts that were going around, and they were like, let's transfer this to a game, right? And hopefully they do bring that back. I just hope that, like Paul was saying, you get more of the protagonism to the actual fan character than to Sonic, right? Because with that game, I think the main issue was that Sonic gets rescued way too early on in the game,
Yeah.
and then you become a secondary character at that point because now you're just assisting Sonic more than just really being yourself. So that we'll see. Hopefully that does happen one day, and they get more. You get more of a protagonism role.
Yeah, I had to step aside for a second, but I did hear, Jovi, you said you wanted Silver to have his own game, and I actually agree with you. I
Oh,
agree
it's
with you.
Phoenix.
I would like to see a Silver game, and I would also love to see Sega do a little bit more with Infinite, like because I like him as a villain, like he did really cool, in my honest opinion. But yeah, Silver, it'll be cool for him to have a game. Maybe Blaze can come back and make another game appearance. So yeah, I agree with you.
And that might actually be a thing even for this year because here if we take a look at this pop figure that just came out this year, this one is actually for the 30th anniversary, right? And so maybe they're onto something. Maybe Silver's gonna get a protagonist role in this next game, and so we can only hope that maybe this foreshadows something, but at
Or
least it's on the
maybe,
radar.
yeah, maybe as a playable character. It's just that we don't know what's going on. I mean, recently this year, we've been getting like extremely crazy news, whether it be official or leaks, any of them. I mean, it's been crazy. Roger not being the voice actor for Sonic anymore. Colleen, Cindy Robinson, they're gone now, and I'm like, man, something's up right now.
We're all witnessing another voice actor purge.
Yeah, well, except for Mike Pollock, he survived the second one.
Same thing. Same thing happened last time. We had another purge, and Mike Pollock survived it.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Pollock is just a great Eggman. Well, in terms of the English voice acting department, yeah, he's like the Eggman. I know that Dean Bristol was like the first one to do it. Well, for the games anyway. Sadly, I know he passed away, but he did a great job as Eggman. Like that intimidating villain voice. But then Mike Pollock showed up and still did a great job. I mean, Mike Pollock is a great voice actor as a whole.
I still think that like every voice of the character is a good voice. I think Robotnik is the only character who, in my opinion, has no bad voice actor.
Yeah, I agree because doing a villain voice, you have to make something that it's just very impactful, very intimidating. Like you can feel that this guy is an actual villain, an actual threat. It all comes down to voice direction, because you can have great voice talent, but if the voice direction isn't good, then it's not gonna feel. You're not gonna have the same impact actually. And like for example, in Sonic Unleashed, he did a great job, like doing the intimidating part, but also the comic relief stuff. I mean, he did the best of both worlds for Eggman.
In Sonic 06, he was really good at being like the serious Eggman too. It's
Yeah,
he's good at both. So Um, and I think that with the voice acting actors changing, especially for now knowing that there are younger fans who probably didn't join into the whole hype of the Sonic fan base thing until roughly around Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors. You know, they're starting to be able to converse more with the older fans around
yeah.
this time, and for them, this is kind of sort of their first real experience with the Sonic voice actors changing, and it's so I'm starting to notice a lot of like YouTube videos of people like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And we're just kind of like, "First time, huh?"
Hmm. I want to
Like,
ask something for everybody. How did you became, how did you become a Sonic fan? How did it start?
I don't remember.
Oh,
Oh.
I'll start it off. As I said earlier, as a kid growing up, Sega Genesis was the first game system that I ever had, and Sonic 2 was the very first Sonic game I ever played, and it was the only Sonic game that I played because it was the quintessential Sonic the Hedgehog, and it was an interesting time because when I was a kid, I experienced the second of the thing before I saw the first. Like Sonic 2 was my first game, Tekken 2 was my first Tekken game, my first Crash Bandicoot game was Crash Bandicoot 2. So I kind of saw the come up, as it was coming along. And I just followed everything Sonic because he was just so cool. And blue's my favorite color on top of that. So I'm like, oh, I got a blue hero, you know what I'm saying? Sonic. And the way he becomes Super Sonic, you get the 7 emeralds and he just saves the world and everything like that. I've always been a fan of like the hero stories. And as I grew older, I really began to hone in and listen to the music. And I was like, man, like, because a lot of Sonic music that I really appreciate is that you don't even have to be a Sonic fan to know that it's just great music, just period. So I really got into him, and I just grew attached to him. And like I said, I was born in '89. Sonic came out in '91. So while Sonic is somewhat of a little brother, I'm glad to see him grow up and kind of grow along with him. So
How about you, Jovial and Phoenix? How did you become a Sonic fan?
I
Joe,
became a Sonic fan back when I was a kid, and my brother gave me his Sega Genesis. He had a Nomad by the time he was 10 years older, so the Genesis had actually broken or it overheated. I forget the story of it, and I had basically the Nomad, and I really fell in love with Sonic 3. And I didn't know it was going to take over my life this much. It just has. And I want to say the biggest like push for me was back in 5th grade. I got the Sat AM DVD series and I binged it all. And I instantly, I not only had that, but I was also getting onto YouTube and I found the Sonic community on YouTube. And I was like, oh, there's like actually people into Sonic the Hedgehog. And then I never left, and it's been 10 plus years.
Well, that's cool. How about you, Phoenix?
My story is a lot sadder. So my siblings were all into Sonic. They were all young kids at the time. I was just coming into the world. Sonic had already been around for about 4 years or so, and I was just kind of slapped a Game Gear in my hands and kind of shown Sonic, and that was like cool and all. But I would say that the way that like Sonic stuck with me is that I had really bad asthma as a young kid. So when I was like a baby, like my asthma was awful, and like I just couldn't breathe all the time. I had to be. We're seeing it now, but like a lot of the machines that like you're seeing that people are being put on to help them like breathe at some level, that we're seeing for like COVID-19. It's the same kind of stuff that I had to used to be on when I was a very very young kid. So I couldn't really watch TV because captions didn't always work. I always didn't know what was going on. So interactive games were like the next thing. So every single day I had to sit in front of a machine that would just kind of pump breathable air into my mouth, and I just had a Game Gear, and that was all I had. So Sonic really stuck with me because it was the only thing that got me through kind of like a really hard traumatic time as like a kid.
Wow.
So that like
Wow.
that's how Sonic stuck with me. And then I just kept doing stuff. I found, I think Newgrounds was like my big portal into Sonic. In like the
Nice.
early days of Newgrounds, I'd watched a lot of fan animations. I got into Flash animations. I learned Photoshop, sprites, doing all that kind of stuff. I joined some forums like back old Envision forums from long
Cool.
time ago.
Yeah.
Um, and one thing led to another. I kind of left for a little bit, did some other stuff, came back, and started doing some Sonic voice acting stuff, and then floated around doing this and that here and there. And then I eventually found Jovi, and that's kind of how I ended up where I am now with Sonic. So sad story, but really fun and happy to be here.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
my story it has very few details because I don't remember much of it. All I know is back in the early '90s, Sonic 2 came out, I guess, and I was shown Sonic 2 as a game before I could even remember, and I was playing it not very well, of course, because I didn't understand the controls, despite there only really being one real control. And but by the time I was 4 years old, and this sounds crazy in hindsight, but I beat Sonic 2 when I was 4 years old, and I don't.
Wow.
It's weird because now going back to it, I'm like, this is a hard game. What the heck? Like I don't know how. I not with the emeralds, of course, but I just
Oh.
was eventually able to beat it like once or twice, I had just grown up with Sonic, and I don't remember how I was introduced to. I mean, I know that's how I was introduced to it, but I don't remember it. And I was started drawing Sonic and Tails when I was like 2 years old, just scribbling. Like I would just scribble like
Wow.
the shape of the head, and then like the feet, whatever, and then tails, and then his tail spinning, and that was the start of me drawing. So I don't know. I just grew up with Sonic and drawing, and that's that. So that's all I can really say. And I've just been a Sonic fan like entire life.
Wow.
That's really something. That's a really sweet story. As for me, well, how I became a fan of Sonic, well, it's interesting because I didn't grow up with Sonic as a kid. I knew about Sonic around the time Sonic X was airing around 2003, 4, 5. But I didn't really get into the franchise, or I didn't know anything about a community. I was very young. I was more of a Mario fan, a Nintendo fan actually, but it
Mm.
wasn't until uh, I played Sonic Rush Adventure. That was actually one of my first Sonic games to own. I owned it around 2007. Yeah, it was a brand new game. I really liked how it was. It was I already played a few Sonic games before that: Sonic Battle, Sonic One, Sonic Two. In a certain way, I enjoyed them, but I never was able to fully uh, beat the games. But then I beat Sonic Rush Adventure, and I'm like, you know what? This is a good game. I like how it is because it was a traditional Sonic game with the boost and whatnot. But then Sonic Unleashed was being advertised. I was interested somewhat. Then 2009, it was when I rented the game, and it was like my first real experience with Sonic on a game console. It was really exciting seeing the first cutscene of the game. I played the Xbox 360 version, by the way. That was my first game to play. Eventually, I owned the game. I was really hooked. I was really excited because it was a world adventure, something I've never seen before back then. And keep in mind, I wasn't in a community back then. I wasn't like making art, posting art, or interacting with a community. I just played the game as it was, and it was really great. because back then also I didn't know about the backlash it had, anything about Sonic, nothing. I was like a fresh new person into this game. Then in 2010 I saw the announcement of Sonic 4 because like wait, there's a fourth game coming, because I was playing like a few snippets of the first three Sonic games. I wasn't completing them yet, not yet, but that got me interested in the fandom and Sonic as a whole. So I was doing some research, what was Sonic and all that. I got hooked, and then, late in 2010, that's when I became a fan. I played Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles. I beat the games. I was really, really enjoying all the games right there. I got to play the classics first, so I knew what was the charm of them. Then I tried the Adventure 1, Adventure 2, and the few snippets. I beat it Sonic Adventure 2, thankfully. But in 2011 is when I really became an actual fan of the franchise, because I started to post art. I started to get to know people's opinions about things. That's when I was surprised that, hey, wait a minute, people didn't like Unleashed? Wow. I was like, that was my first reaction. But I didn't care because, I love the game no matter what
Mhm.
people think. That's still my favorite game. It was back then and it's still now. Sadly, I can't play the game right now because I don't have the hardware, or my Xbox 360 is dead. But I still have my copy, and whenever I can play it, I'll play it. But back in the topic, that's when I became a fan, because of a few instances where I started to get to know Sonic in the games, and eventually, getting to know a community, sharing my thoughts, sharing my art, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's when I, started to appreciate Sonic fully. Then many things happened. Sonic Boom and the reception of Sonic as a whole. Sonic fans, when they said, Sonic fans are like this and whatnot. That's when I kind of started to hide in the shadows, as a form of saying it. As in, I wasn't telling people, "Hey, I like Sonic." I was like kind of scared to say I'm a Sonic fan, because I knew that people were having like a certain perception of what a Sonic fan is. But then I don't know, sometime in 2019 or 2020, that's when I can embrace being a Sonic fan. I could just say, what, I don't care. I like this. I like Sonic the Hedgehog, and I like to do this. I
Mhm.
can like it. Can like anything about it. Just as long as it's everything good, everything is healthy, and I don't attack anyone. That's good. You can like what you like, but you can embrace the fandom. What I like is that there's a great sense of community in that fan base, and that's why till this day I have no shame in saying I like Sonic, and that's okay.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll keep mine real short here, but I was kind of like you too. I grew up with just Mario games, and that's all I really owned. But I did play Sonic at like friends' houses. They would have a Genesis, and we be playing that. And sadly, never got to own any Sega console, and that always made me sad back in the day. But I was always more on Nintendo. And then GameCube came around. As we all know, Adventure 2 was remade for the GameCube with 2 Battle, and it was thanks to that. It was actually kind of funny, thanks to my parents actually buying that game as like the very first game. I never asked for any game in particular. I just wanted the GameCube, and so they got me that. I got hooked the minute I started playing it. I was like, whoa, this is completely different, something else. I had briefly played the Adventure Dreamcast version, so I knew about the 3D Sonic games and whatnot, and I got hooked. I actually was a big part of the forums back in the day, also like Phoenix on Ambition Free and all that. I actually owned a message board for like little over 10 years called the Blue Hedgehog message board, and I was actually known as Dash Hedgehog back in the day. And I was really into the message boards and talking about all things Sonic, and got to know a little bit more about, past games and the comic books and all that. And then, like I mentioned with the podcast, we started this, and the rest is really history. But yeah, back when adventure games came out, I think the fan base just like grew tremendously with all the things you could do on Adventure and Adventure 2 Battle. And then the Chow Garden, I think, really brought up conversations on like Chow and how people were building their Chow and how they looked like. And there's like all these different combinations of Chow, right? And I learned about the Chaos Chow acts there too. And so it was just amazing to see how big the community was. And and whatnot. And I think that's really what drew me in, right? Like as many of you here, is that we found out the community was really big, and instantly you want to know more about the games, the comics, the shows, anything, right? Because there's a community out there, and there's someone you can actually talk to about Sonic that won't be like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that, like that's too nerdy for me or something, right? So
Yeah.
it worked out great, and here we are now, right?
Yeah,
So
because Sonic fans and any fan of anything as a whole, you'll most likely see people that are chill, like any other person. That's how it is. People in any fandom are mostly like any other person in the world. They're just ordinary people that like something in common.
And speaking on which, let me point out something that's a little beautiful about what we're doing here right now. So a lot of people don't realize that, like Sonic wasn't just popular when he first came out. Sonic is still popular, like I was saying earlier. And Sonic Adventure 2, some people don't like the adventure games, and that's fine, but you still have to acknowledge that they were great games for the series, because Sonic Adventure 2, especially Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, it was responsible for pretty much half the fan base that's here right now.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
now we also have to acknowledge that it's still happening even after Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic
Mhm.
Generations and Unleashed. And the thing I wanted to point out is I became a fan, like, because I grew up with the series. I'm roughly the same age as the series, and born in the same year that it came out. So I was introduced to the beginning, and then Luis was introduced with Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and Akihiro, you were introduced around the time of like roughly like the modern games, technically.
Actually, yeah, around this dark age. Well, but you know what? Let's say modern age because yeah, around Sonic Colors
Like
is
when
when
you
I
really got into it. And
yeah.
so we have, I mean, you had played it before, but you really got into it around that time. And that's what got you into the series as a fan. And so we have someone who got into the series because of the classic era, someone who got into the series because of the adventure era, and someone who got into the series because of the modern era. To me, that means that Sonic is doing pretty good over the past 30 years if they're
Oh yeah.
still getting fans in like that. And we're all together in a live stream like this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something real special.
That is
And
special.
now that we're talking about the current time that we're in, I bet it's the same thing for people who saw the Sonic movie, back in 2020. Many people, I mean, what I like about the movie is that it doesn't shove you in with exposition or information about, hey, you should play the games to understand it. No, no, no. It's just another story,
Mm-hmm.
on its own that gets you at least the idea of what is Sonic, the essence of the character,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what I really like. Because thanks to that movie, there are many new fans, new generation kids or teenagers or even adults that didn't know what Sonic was, but they got interested. Actually, my sister, she knew I was a Sonic fan, but she didn't actually play the games. Well, just snippets of it, but she didn't actually complete a game or beat the game. So shortly after, she wanted to play Sonic Mania, and I was like, that's a great impact it had. The movie.
So
Yeah.
actually, I wanted to. Uh, I know Phoenix and Jovial actually have to get going now, so I wanted to actually give him a shout out. Thank you, Jovial, Phoenix, for being on the live today. And do you want to plug in your social media for Chaos Creators and also the website? Maybe a little more details on what might potentially be this year's event.
Uh, Thank you for having us on today. Yes, follow us on Twitter. That's our most active social media, and join our Discord. That's the best kind of place for us to interact and introduce new projects to everyone. As for an event this year, we are going to probably have to make some sorts of announcements through those medias if anything does happen. We're on the fence as everyone else has to be at this moment. So, but we really appreciate you giving us the chance to speak about Chaos Creators and just introducing you to the idea of this fan project community that we have created. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. We really enjoyed you guys. I love seeing all of your stuff, and I'll definitely give you guys a follow and like and all that good stuff. So thank you all so very much. Real quick, Super Bowl prediction. Who you got?
That
Godzilla.
ball sure is gonna fly through the air. I have no idea who's even playing.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that. I just wanted to throw that out there because it is Super Bowl Sunday. So
I
But yeah,
hope that I hope that the Peanut Sky fixes everything since Baby Peanut was the last thing we saw.
But it's the Chiefs versus the Buccaneers. Is that what's going on?
yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the last game of the NFL season. Super Bowl.
The Chiefs are going to win.
Okay, she says Chiefs. You
I,
heard it here
I'll
first.
just- I don't know. Buccaneers, Puppy Bowl. I don't know. I'm not sports.
That's okay.
I don't know
It's
either.
totally fine. Totally fine. But thank you all again so much for being on with us.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We'll be sure to
I hope
post when they have updates on if they do an event digitally, which hopefully it still happens on a digital platform, and everyone can sign up for that, and also when that Sonic workout video gets posted too, because that is going to be a good one. I'm gonna definitely be saving that on my favorite videos.
I wish you
sure.
guys the best of luck. You guys can do it.
Thank you. Same to you
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
talk to
Bye.
you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice. That was really something good.
Yeah, and then Eternal Samurai, I don't know who's joined right now. It's actually our very own Exodus.
That's me, Exodus, the one and only.
And then Jim Robotnik says, "Good evening, my rural chum." Ooh.
I wonder if he's watching from the UK or Australia.
Kansas, so much Chad energy here.
Shad?
I guess David has Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
Oh, look at Eco. Eco's response: Super Bowl. You mean those cereal bowls with the straws?
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a good one.
That's
a good
Super Bowl.
That's a good one. I like that one, Echo. That was dope.
I don't know.
the
man.
cereal though. I don't know.
When you asked who's gonna win in the Super Bowl, instantly my mind was just like Godzilla, of course.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Team Godzilla. I'm Team Godzilla. I'm
All
Team
right.
Godzilla.
You're
Good.
Team Godzilla. Okay.
Tiana says hi, and then also shares Deviant Art profile as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you for watching, Tiana.
Oh yeah. Speaking of
Welcome.
DeviantArt, one real quick. Hold on. I don't have a lot on there, but I could try. Hold on. Okay, let me switch this over real quick.
All right.
Okay. What's going on? Oh, it's on the same window. That's why. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so just do this thing. This is something I drew a long time ago. This is probably actually like when you around the time you really got into the series, but I drew this a while back.
Ooh,
I
that
was
looks nice.
I was working on something called Sonic United. It was going to be an animated thing, and it was supposed to be like if it were in the game universe, but after the games. So I was trying to write it in a way where like no matter what game comes out, it would always take place after that game. And
Okay.
I got some pretty good impression voice actors, but some of them were not like responding and stuff. And eventually, the production was kind of slow, and I couldn't really show progress, and it kind of fell off. And I'm like, okay, I put it on hiatus, and I'll just do it when I feel more capable of doing it. And so a lot of people had asked me, whatever happened to that project? I'm like, I'm sorry, but teamwork makes the dream work, and I didn't not have a lot of teamwork back then. That's why whenever they were talking about like trying to kickstart fan projects, I'm like, hey, you never know, I might be able to do Sonic United eventually. I drew Knuckles. I've drawn. This was basically Sonic from Sonic 2, but I did it in a way where like you could see that he has like green eyes and he has soles on his shoes and the buckles, but it's still classic Sonic.
I really like it. I really like the detail of it's like some sort of remaster of the sprite. It looks really good.
I totally agree.
It's actually like one of my two favorite designs for Sonic, which is weird. Like, maybe it's a nostalgia thing. I don't know, but I just really like how his head and his eyes look here and everything. And so I don't know.
Yeah, actually, Eternal Samurai on YouTube says that looks amazing.
Thank you.
I agree. It looks totally amazing.
Where's the other one that I just? Oh yeah, I did. I drew this at some point.
Ooh.
Ah, Sonic Adventure 3 concept.
Mm-hmm. It looks good, actually.
So yeah, and this is pretty much like all I've really had on DeviantArt. I don't, I never really posted a lot of my artwork. It was usually just requested by a friend or something. So as you can see, I draw in like different styles. Um, I try to practice doing the different styles of Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I got for DeviantArt. Um,
Cool.
Ah, I think
Well,
that
I
about
want.
do it for us. Actually, at least for me. I since it's Super Bowl Sunday, I gotta make sure the house is ready for the game later.
yeah, I gotta get ready for work. I'm gonna go ahead and give my spot up back to our special guest from earlier, and I guess I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
See
Later.
ya.
See you later, Ax.
Actually, when we were talking about now that you're talking about the Super Bowl, I think it's very important for anybody that is watching right here and is about to watch the Super Bowl later. Stay safe. Remember to wash your hands.
Yes.
Wash your hands always. If you're gathering with at least a few people, wear a mask. Stay safe. Keep distance. But most importantly, enjoy the Super Bowl. Safely.
Who you got, Akihiro? I'm putting you on the spot. Who you got?
Oh, oh my God! What do you got? Oh, what do you mean?
Who you got? Who's gonna win?
Oh, actually, I don't know. Anybody could win because, well, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm not really into
Not really into
football.
sports.
But I'm just saying, whoever wins, it's fine. I don't have a favorite, but I think it should be something interesting. That's for sure.
All right,
You know what?
Luis, who you got?
Well,
Come
I
on,
don't
bro,
really
work with
follow
me
it.
here.
I don't really follow it as much. But
Sorry.
even though
I'm the
some
only
people,
person that watches
I'm
football.
like, I'm like, even though people from Tampa Bay might be angry at me, I hope it's Kansas City just because they're the away team. They're not the team that is at home. But I feel like it's going to be Tampa Bay just because they're at home. Is that they're going to get it there.
Yeah,
But I hope it's the
I,
away team that gets to
I
celebrate.
yeah, I agree. Like,
I'm gonna say
I'm
Kansas.
predicting a shootout, like straight up. You know what I'm saying? Because both teams, I think Kansas City has the better yeah, Kansas City's got the better defense, but I think it's going to be an offensive slaughter. Like for real, it's going to be like a 54-47 type Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Where you got Tom Brady, who's the GOAT. But I don't know. Like in the back of my mind, I'm thinking Tampa Bay's going to do it. Because like you said, they are at home. Like it's the very first Super Bowl in NFL history where you have the home team playing in their home stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So
Shalice actually says it's time for another collection game. Those make good anniversary games. I agree. We forgot to mention that. That's a good idea. That
yeah, we're
should
with
be
you, Sharice. Let's Shalice, but
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Well, actually, wait. We actually just got a visit from Sonic, and not just Sonic, but Shadow as well. Hey,
Shadow?
Sonic, welcome back. Hey, I'm glad you got to join us
Oh.
right when we were going to close out.
Well, I said I would.
Also, and I think I hear Shadow somewhere in the background, right? Is that true or?
You don't hear anything.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a little
Ooh.
grumpy. He didn't know I was gonna bring him here. But Shadow, don't be like that. Say hi to the fans, Shadow. You have fans
yeah.
too. Fine. Hello, everyone. I'm Shadow.
Hi, Shadow.
Hey, Shadow. What's up, man?
You are the
Welcome.
world's ultimate life form. Glad to have you on.
Oh, he is the ultimate.
Well, thanks for acknowledging that. This might not be so bad after all.
Yeah, no. Hey, you're welcome back.
See, everyone likes you, Shadow, the ultimate life form.
You have a very strong fan base, actually. A lot of people like you.
Well, they have very good taste then.
In fact, let me show you something real quick. You see, there's a fan event that I'm actually doing monthly, only for this year. It's called the Sonic Monthly Art Challenge. And this is, well, celebration, sorry. Sonic Monthly Art Celebration. And it's basically a monthly art event posted on every 23rd day of the month, because of Sonic's anniversary being the 23rd. But I'm going to show you, before I get into the details, let me show you real quick shadow fan art that somebody made just this January. Give me a second. It's over here.
This had better be good.
Oh,
Okay, I think it's almost here. Hang on.
oh, that looks
There it
cool,
is.
Wow, look at
Shadow. I
that.
mean, that looks really cool.
What do you know? I look amazing.
I know, right?
I approve of this for my 20th anniversary.
Yeah. So this is one of the few fan arts. Well, yeah, fan arts that somebody made for this special event. So let me tell you real quick. This is like I said, a monthly art event where you post in every 23rd day of the month a fan art with a specific theme. And that last month's theme was favorite character. So people drew something from like any character of any of the Sonic media, whether it be games or comics or anything. So one person did Shadow and others too. Let me show you real quick. Here is my entry. I did Sonic right here. Sonic, if you're seeing this, here's you.
Yeah, who cares? Shadow. I am the main character. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was really inspired because 30th anniversary is coming. I have to do something real special. I had this in my mind last year at late 2020. I was like, you know what? I want to do something that anybody could would love to do, and
Mhm.
people like to do art. How about a monthly art event? I was gonna do we like a month challenge. Like Inktober, for example, that you do a drawing every day of the month. But you know what? Let's make something more relaxed so people could have their time and make something more great for each month. And let me get into those details before I get to the other entries. There's a lot of entries. Here is the update that I made a month back. This is the logo itself. Sonic Monthly Art Celebration, and it details what this is. Every 23rd day you post a fan art due to the Sonic 30th anniversary. When does it start? Well, January 23rd was the initial date, and it ends on December 23rd of this year. So it's just like only 2021 because of the 30th anniversary. And how did you participate? For anyone who's watching and is interested, you can participate just by posting, the specific theme that I'm about to show in a bit, the theme list, with the hashtag Sonic Monthly Art Celebration. And this is an event that this is important. You can participate in any of the platforms that I'm gonna mention: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or even DeviantArt. You can post it in any of those social media, whether it is simultaneously or in just one. Regardless, you can participate. And here's the theme list for anyone who wants to see. Last month was favorite character, and this month will be favorite team. Like Team Sonic, Team Dark, Team Chaotix, any of the teams that exist in the canon. Actually, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I am pro Team Dark.
So
Team
I think
Dark,
Shadow would appreciate that.
Yeah.
yeah,
do
Team
appreciate
Dark is my favorite team of all time. So yeah, Shadow, you have a great team.
We're the best team of all time.
Of course, and also main game, favorite spin-off. People can represent anything. They can draw anything that represents that specific thing. Like main game would be something that represents, for example, Sonic 2, Sonic 3. Spin-off like the Black Knight, any of those that fall into that category. uh and for January, Sonic's birthday, because well, it's Sonic's birthday. We have also favorite comic book that anyone that exists: Sonic Universe, Sonic, Archie, the IDW. Favorite TV show could be anything like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Sat AM, Sonic Underground, Sonic X, Sonic Boom.
Sonic
Like
this, Sonic that, we know.
yeah, favorite Sonic stage, Green Hill, Chemical Plant, and whatnot. Favorite Sonic moment. This is something that I'm really excited for because it could be any moment that anybody remembers, like Sonic Unleashes intro or Sonic Boom, the Sonic CD intro, whatnot. Favorite super form. Now this one I put a little detail that says hyperforms can count, but I'm saying this right now. You can also make other transformations of Sonic. It doesn't matter. If you do super or hyper, that's cool. You can do burning blaze, as long as it's a transformation. And finally, fondest memory. And this one is more like a finale kind of picture, because you can make what is your fondest memory with Sonic in general, like something that is really special, like if you're entering it to a community or that this game had an impact on you. But those are the themes that I chose for this monthly art challenge.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And yeah, everyone check out hashtag Sonic Monthly Art Celebration on Twitter, Instagram, and then DeviantArt there as well, and participate in it. I think, it's a really good idea that you came up with, and it's really cool that people get to share their art this way, and that there's a theme each month, and you have basically the whole month to draw on that theme, and it's like a yearly Inktober kind of a thing, right? It's almost.
It's more like a monthly thing, because I wanted to make it more relaxed for everybody to join. Actually, I might be posting an update later, because I gave people a chance. For those who missed out, they can still participate by February 23rd, all the way up to February 30th. Because I made an update about late for the party. Well, don't worry. I There are updates with that same hashtag. So if you guys want to participate, go ahead and check it out. I'll be keeping updates, and if anyone wants to join in or has any questions, you can ask me. It's Akihiro Digital. I'll be happy to respond to you.
Awesome. And with that being said, thank you, Akihiro, for being here on our live show today. And
Yes,
if
great
you want to
having you,
again
man. Thank you.
mention your social media and how people follow you.
Oh yeah, well, you can follow me on Akihiro Digital at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll be more active over there, and I'll be posting art not just for Sonic, but also original stuff. But Sonic stuff, definitely. I'm looking forward to still making these themes.
Awesome. Sounds good. And then also thank you, Paul, for joining us. Thank you to Axe, who already left earlier too, and thank you, Sonic and Shadow. Welcome, Shadow, for making an appearance here, right on
Yeah, I
time
want to
here.
see you make more appearances, Shadow.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I will. I'm just playing around, guys. Yeah, he seems like
You
he'd
guys-
be a really tight guy, but he's actually a really chill friend.
He just
guys
does
are
that for
awesome.
the games.
You-
Yeah.
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 Thank you so
Also-
much.
I'm really impressed with that what you just created, Akihiro. That looked official.
Thank you so much. It was kind of hard to find more suited themes for this, because keep it official. Let's keep it as official as possible, and at the same time, to people, let have people fun.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. Cool. Well, yeah. Again, Sonic Shadow. Hope we see you back on a future live show, and also on the podcast as well. And thank you everyone for watching us today, for listening to our podcast as well. As we said, we do this live show every weekend. Usually, again, it's on Sunday mornings as of late, or I should say Sunday morning Pacific time, early afternoon
Yeah.
Eastern time. And it's been really awesome. And so be on the lookout for what our next live show theme will be on. And also, again, our podcast is separate from the live show. So if you want to listen to us, listen to the Hedgehog Zone team, talk about different topics in the Sonic universe, then please check us out. Just simply search for the Hedgehog Zone podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, or go to our social media. We actually have more of a direct link there that will let you pick some of the platforms that we're on. So thank you everyone for watching and listening to the podcast as well. Have a great day or night wherever you might be listening to us.
Enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday.
Enjoy, stay safe, wash your
Good thing.
hands. And also, real quick, thank you guys for letting me join. I really appreciate
Absolutely.
it. It's the first time I've been here, but I really thank you guys. It's been really fun.
Awesome. Likewise, yeah. Thank you for being here on the show, and we hope to have you back on so you can share more of the submissions of the Sonic Monthly Art
Absolutely.
Challenge,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also
definitely.
more of your drawings, of course.
Sure thing.
Also, help stop
Take
this
care, everybody.
or else.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Oh, what was that, Shadow?
I said help stop the spread of COVID or else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, with that being said, see you guys and have a great day. Don't forget to join and listen to the Hedgehog Zone.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. See you.
Bye.
Thanks for watching the Hedgehog Zone live. You can listen to our podcast by searching for the Hedgehog Zone wherever you listen to your podcasts.